YouTube, and welcome to this episode of the Gunman Raw. So today we've got actually a pretty damn big job. It's a Honda Accord bonnet and down the full side, but we've also got the front and rear bumpers, and the doors are actually second-hand doors, so they took quite a bit, not too much I guess, but yeah, a little bit longer than usual to prep up because they are in and out. So as you may have noticed, I kept this, it's actually all masked up, but I threw another piece of plastic over it because as you can see there, all that overspray from the wet on wet would have landed all over my nice freshly prepped up parts. And yeah, like these days I try to avoid, I like to either wet on wet the whole panel or don't wet on wet it at all, if you know what I mean. So blend panels, I generally try to avoid using wet on wet primer on. I just remembered something I forgot from yesterday. I just noticed that down here. Bit of a false edge down here. But yeah, we're all ready to go. Like I had this all ready to go last night. That's why I covered it up and had it all ready to go. But yeah, like the repairs on this they weren't bad. They weren't even done. That's what I said to the boss. I'm like, man, you know how you get like good repairs and bad repairs? They weren't even done, man. Like they were primed. There was just a massive dent through there. There was a massive dent through here and one down here on the line as well. Even here was bad. So I ended up having to re-prime them myself, which is why they've got the right shade of primer on them. Woohoo! Yeah, that's one thing that I've actually got a apprentice coming soon to like my own apprentice. I think he's already just started his second year, but he's working at one of those little sausage factories where they just do small jobs. It's like Capital Smart. Alright, so I'll give that a quick tack rag over. It has all been prep sold and everything. It is ready to go. I did all that last night. I even did some touch-ups on that side of the bonnet. My boss that was a freebie. I did all these touch-ups. So my boss said, look, just fix everything that side. Well, not everything, he said, just the big ones. It's the closer you look on this bonnet, it's actually absolutely peppered with little stone chips, so it's all good. I'll probably just make this video a base coat video and then do a separate clear coat video. It's been a while since I've done a raw video because, look, after COVID, firstly before COVID, I was moving house and that was, you know, time consuming obviously. And then after, like, I pretty much just finished setting my new house up, and then I got COVID, and since getting COVID, I just haven't had the energy. I mean, I've been feeling fine, like I'm completely over it, but I think I just burnt myself out, to be honest. I mixed up 2 litres of tallow for this job. But yeah, look at all, there's heaps and heaps of stone chips still there. So I said to the boss, I'm like, man, if you want to do that properly, we're going to have to prime that whole bonnet. And he's like, nah, it's a freebie, so don't get too worried about it. I'm like, alright, just being realistic about how it's going to look. So this car here is actually, we've got like a lawyer from upstairs. Supposedly he's a lawyer. I was joking around with the boss. I said, man, he can't be that good of a lawyer if he's driving a 2009 Honda Accord. And he's like, oh, he's not a good lawyer. That was funny. No offense, if you're watching, no offense, take a joke. Nothing wrong with a 2009 Honda. And I don't buy into all that class bullshit. At the end of the day, man, we're all people. You're not better than me because you're a lawyer. I'm not better than you because I'm a spray painter. These actually fried up, all the plastic parts. Well, the mirrors and those pillar moldings, the windscreen pillar moldings, they all fried up. The bumpers are okay, but the hard plastic, they all fried up on me. So I just sanded them back and hopefully, well, they're not going to fry up anymore because this is water-based. Yeah, with the insides of the doors, I usually just go one nice wet coat, and that's all we need. Always still 3 on the outside. But yeah, I've actually got like, I don't know, 5 or 10 videos which I haven't even uploaded yet, like from the raw channel. As I say, like I've just been going home and sitting on the couch and I barely have been leaving, you know what I mean? So I haven't been doing any work in the garage. I've just been recharging the batteries, I guess, sleeping a lot. I can't even be bothered turning the computer on to upload those videos, but I just thought I'd let you know I do have these videos that I want to upload. So the things that I talk about might be a little bit outdated, just keep that in mind if I do upload them, but it doesn't really matter. The things that are outdated are probably just lifestyle shit that's not that important anyway. You know what I mean? I must admit, I've been having better luck with the colours in PPG lately, which is good. I was struggling with them, man. But the PPG rep came out a couple of months ago and he told me how he used the Spectro, and it's not a way that I was ever taught to do at the start. I wouldn't have even thought to do it that way, but what he does is he'll take 2 readings with the Spectro and then he will find a common variant in the 2 readings and then mix that one up. So yeah, look, the long and the short of it, it's been working. So yeah, like this colour here, I still mixed up a 150ml sample amount because I still don't trust it. I'm not going to mix up 2 litres of colour that I don't even know what it's going to look like. So I mixed up a sample amount, and then spray it out, and then yeah, it was good. So I just mixed up the full amount, and yeah, I've been slowly building up a colour library, but to be honest, it's probably going to be thrown out soon because one of the guys from PPG told me that they're bringing out lots of new products. Supposedly they're scrapping enviro-based and they're bringing out a new system, a new water-based system. It's probably going to be like Chromax Pro. I would be surprised if it's not.
Yeah, so Chromax Pro Standard Blue Bees High Tech. It's probably going to be the same kind of thing as that. 1.5 coat system. Yeah, I really like Tony, the paint rep Tony from PPG. He's just such real world. Like he doesn't bother you about what gun you use. He's like, he doesn't. Oh, you have to use a starter jet. He's more real world than that. He knows you can use whatever the hell gun you want. And even he said, he's like, man, 15 years ago we were ahead of the pack, you know, or at least they were up to date, you know. But and I couldn't agree more. PPG, like, they sat on their hands. That, you know, they stopped, which is probably not a good idea for a paint company. You've got to keep doing that R&D and moving forward, because if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards in this industry, because, I don't know, the technology seems to be changing quite rapidly. I even spoke to Damien from Delta here in Melbourne, and he said none of their products are more than like 15 years old. So that's a good way of showing how they're constantly moving forward and updating their products and all that. I'm going to go top up that gun, and then I'll dry that base coat down. I'll see you back here in a minute, guys. Alright, back to it. So I actually didn't even have to blow dry that this time. It just took that long to get around that it's already dry, so let's keep going. But yeah, that's what, I don't know, like some paint reps, they can kind of be annoying and like arrogant and like think that their way is like the only way to do things. So that's why I really do appreciate when you get those cool paint reps that are just like, yeah, like whatever man, like if it works then do it, you know. And that's what I would be like if I was a paint rep. Like there was actually like a job that popped up on the seat the other day for a paint rep for Delta. I thought about it, but I don't know, ultimately I'm not quite sure I want to do that, or that I would even be good at that if I did decide to do it. So I decided, stick at what I'm doing now. This is a pretty damn good shot really. I'm pretty happy here. As I say, I've got a new apprentice coming soon. Like, at the moment, I'm pretty much here by myself. I don't talk to anybody, which, that's strange. Like, I've never worked anywhere like that before. But it can have its positive side, I'm not gonna lie. So the good thing about not talking to anyone is that, like, there's no workplace politics. So there's no he said, she said. There's no talking about each other behind their back. Well, I mean, they might talk about me, but even if they do, I don't even care. You know what I mean? So at least I know that I'm not going to be caught in the middle or any of that. So that's actually a good thing. But yeah, I've got my own apprentice coming soon, so that'll be good. I actually found this guy on Instagram. I just put the word out, said, hey, we're looking for an apprentice. If you want a job, let me know. So turns out someone in the area, he wanted to transfer. Because he was working at, I think I said, one of those smart repair shops called Capital Smart. And I've heard they're pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I just decided to put another coat just over the bit that you see. As I say, usually I just put one on there, but I know these blues, this one doesn't seem to be covering too bad, but these blues are very well known for not covering that well, especially in PPG. So yeah, all I did from first coat to second coat was wind the fluid in, half a turn. I leave the pressure at 20 psi, and then on the last coat I go from 20 to 15. And that's been working for me. But I've been sitting the base coat down at 20% still. So here in Australia they recommend 15%, which I don't recommend. It leaves the base coat too thick, goes on all chunky. I don't know why they do it that way, to be honest, but if you actually read the tech data sheet for Enviro base, it says 20%. It doesn't say anything about 15%. So I would be more likely to trust PPG America, who make it, than PPG Australia, who make it up. Have a look at that pro light, baby. Look at the fan on that. What a beast. Oh no, you gotta use the starter jet. Whatever, man. Oh, you can't spray Enviro base without a starter jet. No, the colour's not gonna look right. Okay, Boomer. I'm going to go for another top up and then we'll come back to that last coat. Alright, let's continue on, guys. So this time I'll drop that pressure by 5 psi or thereabouts, and then another half a turn in on the fluid. actually a nice colour, this one. Nice blue. Nice amount of pearl in it. Looks good in the light, in the sunlight. Bloody airline, someone cut it all short. It's like just long enough. Thanks for watching through to the end, guys. Hope you've all been well. I've been well. Just been a bit quiet, that's all. Just doing my thing. I'll give you guys a quick look over that once it's dried down.
Rightio guys, so that's it for the base coat stage. As I said, I'll give you guys a quick look at it. It's all dry down now. I'm about to smash a couple of coats of clear down with my favourite Pro Light at Gunman Edition. Anyway, thanks for hanging around to the end, as I say. Yeah, hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, until next time, get out there and paint some shit. If you'd like to support this show, there is a link in the description to where you can buy some Gunman merchandise. Anyway, until next time, Gunman out.